Hi girlies, welcome to my channel where I talk everything hygiene, self-care, and improvement. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And in today's video, I will be telling you guys my top hygiene tips and tricks that have changed my life tremendously. Girl, I would not steer you wrong. Hygiene is so crucial for our health. Staying clean not only helps protect us from all different types of diseases, it helps minimize the spreading of germs, which is most important during these colder seasons, and it's just overall key to our well-being. Not only that, but it helps boost our self-esteem and just demonstrate self-love. If you're anything like me, my parents taught me basic hygiene, but they didn't really go into depth. Because hygiene also wasn't really enforced in my house, there was many days in elementary, middle school, I went to school stinking, funky, crusty, dusty, all of that. I remember in middle school, I was showering, but was I showering every day? No. And was I showering properly? No. Now that I think of it, it really took my ex-best friend in 8th grade to pull me aside and literally tell me, girl, I can see the little dirt on your neck.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
As embarrassing as that was for me, I decided going into high school, I will not be funky. It should have not took her saying that for me to get it together, but something really altered my brain that day. Also didn't have a big sister to look up to tell me these things, so unfortunately I was on my own. But with that, I did a lot of research on YouTube, listened to a lot of people, tried some stuff out. Some stuff worked, some stuff didn't. Now over these, 6-7 years, I have picked up some tips that I have in my routine that I will never switch up on. Alright, so first this video will be broken down into 3 sections. First will be oral care, second will be body care, and third will be after shower care. Okay, so first things first, before you brush your teeth, use mouthwash, use floss, you want to make sure that you're going in and oil pulling. If you don't know what oil pulling is, it's basically when you get a spoonful of oil, you put it in your mouth and you swish it around for 10 to 20 minutes and then you spit it out. However, make sure when you spit it out that you spit it in a trash can. You don't want to spit it in your sink or your toilet because it will clog your drain. You can really use any type of oil, but I like to use organic coconut oil. Also, another popular brand going around by the name Granada, they have oil pulling as well. So if you don't want to get organic coconut oil, you can get that from any department store, Walmart, Target, whatever. Oil pulling has been around for centuries. It has so many benefits. It is also scientifically proven to help reduce the total oil bacteria that's in your mouth. It reduces plaque, it improves your gum health, helps with inflammation, prevents cavities, and it also whitens your teeth in the process. I know a lot of people aren't used to the texture at first, but over time, you'll get used to it. I like to do it if I'm washing my face. You can do it in the shower, even while you're doing your skincare, makeup. It just helps the time go by faster. You don't have to use mouthwash after you oil pull, and I honestly don't do it every day. But if I want to feel extra clean, I will oil pull, brush my teeth, tongue scrape, and then use mouthwash. This leads me into my second tip. You want to make sure that you're scraping your tongue. This helps get rid of that white buildup that will be coated on your tongue in the morning. And it also removes all that bacteria that you missed so that when you do use the mouthwash, it'll get all the newly, parts on your tongue. Studies have shown that by scraping your tongue, you remove all the bacteria that causes bad breath and dental decay. You can use metal or plastic. I know they have the plastic ones by the Grip brand at Target, but I prefer metal just because it's easier to clean and it lasts longer. I usually get mine from TJ Maxx or Marshall's, places like that. I personally recommend a breath mist because it's just easier. With mouthwash, you gotta spit it out in the sink. So the one I have here today is Crest Scope. It's a long-lasting mint mouthwash flavored. I don't know if you guys see that. These have literally saved me throughout these past couple years. Whether it be I'm in public somewhere and I eat something and my breath stinks, I'm at work and I eat lunch, my breath stinks, I'm even with my man girl and, we got done eating and now it's time to,
child. Anyway, so.
Also, when you spray it, it's really strong, and I love that. And I got these specific ones from Ross, but I'm pretty sure you can find these in Burlington, Marshall, stores like that. That leads me to our second part of the video where we will be talking about body care. First off, you want to make sure that you start off with exfoliation. This will depend how sensitive your skin is, Mine's not really that sensitive, so I exfoliate every single day. Exfoliation is so important because it helps remove dead skin cells and makes your skin smoother and brighter. It also helps with strawberry legs. My choice of exfoliation is I like to use an African net sponge in the shower, but if you don't want to do that, you can also use a dry brush before hopping in the shower. Any of those two options are fine. I just please beg of you not to use a loofah. I know it's kind of confusing. I was confused for a long time. I knew not to use loofah, but I was using exfoliating gloves, not realizing that exfoliating gloves are just the same as loofahs. What separates an African net sponge between the loofah and the gloves is the mesh design. Because the holes in the gloves and loofahs are so small, that means that it's taking a long time for the water to drain after usage. It's trapping a bunch of moisture and bacteria. By the time you get in the shower and bath the next day, all that you're doing is just going to be washing up with your same dirt. African net sponges are the opposite because their holes are so much bigger. They're just more hygienic. They're also easy to clean. All you have to do is put them in the washer and just let them air dry. It is tricky looking for authentic African net sponges, so I do recommend this one on Amazon. But like I said, dry brushing is a good option too because it helps improve your circulation in your body. It helps unclog your pores and also helps to stimulate your lymphatic drainage system. Now this tip sounds a little obvious, but obviously if you're not doing it, I strongly recommend that you double cleanse. This is because the first time we go in washing our bodies, 9 times out of 10, we're not getting all of the dirt. Please do not skip with the soap. Get it really soapy. I forgot what number of tips we're on, but our next tip is to make sure that you're using a bar soap as your base cleaner in the shower. You don't want to go in with a body wash first. Get a body wash, it's still soap, it'll get you clean, but it's something about a bar soap first. This tip might be a little controversial, but I do recommend that you start off with the antibacterial bar soap. I do recommend, you can't see the color, but it is the gold dial bar soap. Ever since I heard a lady on TikTok talking about how she's never funky with this soap, this is the only bar soap I use. Now, why I say antibacterial is because not only does this soap cleanse you, but it removes bacteria that's on your skin. It also contains active ingredients that kill that bacteria. Now, the cons of this soap is that it can dry you out, especially if you already have dry skin. But what I do is that I make sure after this, I go in with a moisturizing body wash. And then when I get out of the shower, that's when I go in with my oils and my lotion. PSA, any dial bar soap will do. I just heard the TikTok lady talking about the gold one, so that's what I've always done. Now that we got our bar soap out the way, after you cleanse yourself 2 times with that, you want to go in with a body wash. For me, sometimes I'm in a mood to smell good, especially if I'm going out that night, because I usually shower at night. Or sometimes if I'm having skin problems, I want to pick a body wash for that. So throughout the years, I've struggled with acne and also body acne. And where I get it the most is my chest and my back. So about 2 years ago, I was really on the hunt for a good body wash or even soap that could help clear up that acne. When I tell y'all, in less than 2 weeks, I noticed a big difference. And it's all thanks to this body wash by Materium. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. These went viral a while ago on TikTok. And this specific one is the Perfector Salicylic Acid Body Wash. This helps smooth, softens, and renews for more even looking skin. I didn't even notice the other stuff, but I just know that it helped clear up my acne. Now until my favorite, we're going to get into underarms. If you know me, I sweat 100% of the time. It doesn't matter if it's summer, winter, I'm cold, or I'm hot, I'm sweating. One of the parts of my body where I tend to sweat the most are my underarms. I don't know what happened over these past few years, but I swear I was never sweating this much as a kid. I just hate being funky and musty, especially out in public. It's just the quickest way for me to feel insecure. The first tip I want to get into is something that I just recently learned for myself, and it's that when you use the same deodorant for a long enough time, it will start to not work anymore. I think it has to do something with your body gets used to those ingredients, so it just adapts to it. I would swipe 15 to 20 times under each arm, like at night before I go to sleep, but still wake up and I barely smell like my deodorant. And I just realized I've been using the same deodorant for almost a year now. I haven't switched up. So after doing some research, I found out that you probably should be changing your deodorant every 6 months. I also did a bunch of research on TikTok on what other sweaty girls were using to stay fresh all day. A lot of people recommending to use an antiperspirant. Antiperspirants are good because they actively fight your sweat. It is recommended to use this at night so that it can actively work on your body. The one that I saw a lot of people recommending and that I personally picked up is the Gillette Clinical Protection Ultimate Fresh.
When I tell y'all,
I tried this out one night. I woke up the next day. I went to work an 8-hour shift, went home, took a little nap, went to the gym, and sat in the sauna for 20 minutes. Came back home and I still smelled this.
There was no muss, no funk in sight.
But if you still choose to stick with a deodorant, please go to the men's section. Girl, they do not be making our products strong. What you can also do in the shower to help prevent odor is to use the Penoxyl Acne Foaming Wash 1 to 2 times a week and let that sit while you're cleaning other areas of your body. This is because this product has vinyl peroxide in it, which if you didn't know helps kill bacteria that causes odor. Now onto our last section of the video, we have after shower care. First things first, when you get out of the shower, you want to make sure that you dry your butt in your downstairs area first. An underrated tip I feel like is to make sure that you use a paper towel instead of a rag. A rag can hold some type of bacteria even after you've washed it. Paper towels also just have a higher absorption of water, which will help you better in drying those areas. Also, make sure you're drying in between your toes when you get out the shower too. Letting water sit there and moisture build up can lead to fungus later. My last tip of this video is to make sure that you use witch hazel. You want to take witch hazel and put it on a paper towel or a cotton pad. You want to put this on your armpits, your belly button, and behind your ears. And most importantly, you want to put this on your butt. Witch hazel helps remove extra dirt that you did not get in the shower, and it also keeps those parts of your body extra fresh throughout the day. But make sure that you buy alcohol-free or else it can cause some type of irritation. Alright, that was all the hygiene tips and tricks I have for today. If you have any hygiene tips, please let the girlies know down below. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video.